Stories from the Classroom, leveraging instructional technology to support access for all. In this Stories from the Classroom video, Keri Williams, the Special Education Director from Tomball Independent School District, shares how the district has embedded curriculum access tools to ensure access for all students, including students with disabilities.
And so what that is in our district is programs that provide text-to-speech, speech-to-text, text leveling, dynamic leveling, so looking at content and language supports for students, translation if it's needed. There's bibliography tools, higher level looking at things that they can do when working with literacy. And if you think about our curriculum in our schools, it is so dependent on reading across the board in so many ways. And so these tools allow for a flexible way to meet the diverse needs of all students, to be able to break down any barriers there might be to accessing that curriculum, that higher level vocabulary, the higher level problem solving, looking at, working in that text or with that literacy, and taking away some of those barriers. And what's great about these tools, they were purchased several years ago by the district, not through special education, because it was for all students. And what's great about that is when it's for all students and the teachers can really take ownership of that, all teachers, and incorporate these tools into their lessons, into their curriculum and what they're doing with the students, then when there is a student who does require this type of a tool to overcome a barrier due to their disability that may be written into their IEP, it's not going to look as different. It's going to be part of the norm. It's going to be something that is universally in those classrooms. It's being used by all students for different reasons, for different variances, or by the whole class, maybe in a lesson for certain things. And so it's going to hopefully help make that a little better for those students, for them to be independent in accessing that curriculum. We do have an example of one student. She was with us before we got these curriculum access tools, and we were working with her. She was struggling. She's a student with a visual impairment, and we're looking at all the different services and supports we were providing for this student. And she just was really struggling to the point where we're like, ooh, do we need to look at modified curriculum? Do we need to look at other things for her? What kind of services and supports do we need? And it was right around that time where we began using those curriculum access tools with her, and she just started thriving. It was really just providing her that access through those means, where she was able then to access that curriculum and truly show us her abilities and let those abilities shine through. And she got to the point where she was able to start taking some advanced classes just with some supports and accommodations in those classes, no modifications, no anything, and just really showing us how well she could do when you just provide those students those tools to be able to access, and really looking at the diverse needs of all students.
To hear more, go to promotingprogress.org.